Hey everybody, it's Shadow Phoenix here. Welcome back to Crystal Gardens in Planet Coaster. Today I am working on a flat ride that you guys have seen many times in some of the previous videos. But I've never really shown the detail of it, well, except in my Twitch streams, which, hey, if you guys aren't watching my Twitch streams, you should be tuning in because there's lots of exciting things going on there, including pretty much basically the building of all these parks and stuff that you're seeing. So you can kind of get a jump start on the videos, kind of see better glimpses of things. Although, you know, hey, if you're not into mindless, you know, like just basic, like building fences and stonework and laying down curves and bushes and, you know, all that boring stuff, then yeah, it's probably not for you, because that's what I typically do anymore in Planet Coaster. All the best stuff has pretty much been created for the park, or has it? The only way to find out is actually if you tune in to my streams, which I do every day, Tuesday through Saturday from 6 p.m. until midnight Eastern Time. That's my schedule. I'm off on Sundays. Well, I take Sundays off, I take Mondays off. That way I can work on videos and stuff for you guys for the rest of the week. Because it takes a lot out of me to be able to make all these videos and stuff for you all week and stream as well. So it's a lot of work, not gonna lie. It may seem like it's easy, and it may seem like, oh hey, you know, he just plays video games all day and, you know, that's all he does. No, it's not true. It's a lot of time is spent editing and rendering videos and stuff, and I can't use my computer for anything else while those are working. But I digress. So let's get back to the build here. So basically what you're seeing me do, I took the haunted house, the new haunted spooky mansion roofs there, the slanted ones, and I went all the way around the ride here and made this curved kind of queue line. And it worked out really well. I tried to use some of the other, like the regular pieces, and I'm sure they could have worked, but they have this like line underneath of it, like a support beam underneath of them. So they don't really work too well for that. I think there's another one that actually doesn't have that too, but yeah, these worked best. I thought they had the best texture, and I really wanted to use them because they were new, and I liked how they turned out. Somebody asked me just the other day, actually in a stream, how did I do that curved queue around there and make that line up? Lots and lots of patience. I'm sure there was probably an easier way. I probably could have like put a piece down and then did like the dome thing like Silverette taught on how to do, but I can't do that very well. I've never mastered that technique to make domes and to go around roofs and stuff and make circular things. I've done it a couple of times, but I just got lucky. The times when I'm actually trying to do it, I just end up making an idiot out of myself. So, you know, I did it the hard way. And to be honest, that's typically how I do most things. I'm very direct, and I like to put things exactly where I want them and place them exactly where I want them. So, a lot of times I just don't take the easy way out. And, you know, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I end up having to start all the way back over, or it just doesn't come out straight, or things don't line up right. But yeah, I still like to spend a lot of time on my builds. Even something as simple as just a flat ride deserves attention. Even though the guests in the park don't really care. I mean, they're only looking, you know, as long as you fill up that scenery percentage, that's all they're worried about. You know, the queue scenery. They don't care about anything else. In fact, if there's a coaster with a higher prestige in it, they're not even going to ride this thing anyway. Although it depends. Like, there are some rides that do get, like, a lot of guests to ride them. Now, I'm not talking about the track rides. I'm not talking about the kitty cat ride. I'm talking about actual flats. And it also seems subjective to the person as well. Like, the kickflip, for me, in Whitaker Lake, got a lot of riders. So did the roller plane. But the roller plane had less prestige than, say, the Insanity ride, and yet Insanity got no riders, hardly at all. Same thing for the Top Spin. Top Spin had a higher prestige than roller plane, yet roller plane got more visitors. I don't understand how it works. I really don't. I don't think anybody really does. I think it's different from game to game and person to person, because, you know, some people say they don't have a problem with this or that, and then other people are like, well, I have that problem too, you know, so I don't know. Who knows? The only people that really knows is Frontier, and, well, they won't talk to us. They've pretty much gone extremely quiet anymore. Somebody asked them the other day in the... I don't watch the workshop thing, but I was reading about it. But in Workshop Wonderland, I think the other day it wasn't even Workshop Wonderland. I think there was a competition between Ed and Will. So somebody asked them, when are they going to fix the items that have been broken here recently and for the last year that used to be colorable and now they're completely white? The newer pieces being a lot of the iron pieces, like the clock and some of the fencing, not fencing, some of the signage that has iron in it, it's now white. So they asked, and Will, who is one of the community managers now, who took Bo's place for Planet Coaster, had no clue what they were talking about. Frontier doesn't even know their own game. They don't even have a clue what's going on. This is sad. It's very, very saddening. How can I not know what's going on with their own game? They're the and there are people defending him on the Planet Coaster forums, like, oh well, it's not. He's not part of that. He doesn't do the bugs and feedback and all that. So, he's a community manager. Right? He's a community manager. He should be part of the community. He should be knowing what's going on in the community. That's your job, to know what's going on. It seems like to me if you're not, then you're not doing your job. And it's not just Will. It's not just Ed. It's been all of them. My very first thing I ever had showcase as a featured creator, actually I wasn't even a featured creator yet, but they showcased it on the Workshop Wonderland, was my octopus ride that I did with the tree and stuff in the middle. And Bo was like, oh look, you even added bubbles to the ride. That's a neat little feature. I didn't add those to the ride, Bo. They were already part of the ride. How do you not know this? Alright, anyway. I've gone off into one of my little rants here, which I tend to do quite a bit anymore. But yeah, so not a whole lot to talk about, what I'm kind of doing here. Just going around. So I put the roofs around. And then I put the fencing around, which is what you just saw me do while I was ranting there. That is if you were, watching what I was doing and not listening to what I was saying. So I put the queue all the way around here. The next part, after I get done with the fencing here, and trying to get all these things lined up just right, is I decided to put some lights around there as well. So I did go around there as well. Obviously, foliage makes everything look better. Right kind of trees and stuff make a huge difference. I really wish the path was a little closer to the ride right in that one section, but I was able to work around it and still make it work. So, alright, not much left in this video. It's a short video today. There's no roller coaster building. There's not like 8 hours of footage that I had to condense down into like 20 minutes or so. And a lot of my videos have been fairly long here recently. I do apologize about that. I know some of you actually watch them the whole way through. I know some of you don't. Looking at my stats and stuff on YouTube, it doesn't look like most people are watching all of the video anyway. Like, I get a lot of views, but hardly nobody's watching the entire video. So I am trying to cut these things down and make them as short as I possibly can, but sometimes there's a lot of information to kind of go into it. Today's is not one of those videos, so we were able to get it kind of quick and to a point, and yeah. I mean, it is what it is. So here in a minute, you are going to get a showcase cinematic view of the area with our new ride here. I also wanted to talk about this. There's no construction video, but right there to the left of the ride that you just saw is this little restaurant dining area kind of area thing there. That was created by a friend of mine and a longtime viewer on my Twitch channel named Isolated Fear. It is a recreation of the Coca-Cola refresh station at Carowinds. He made it for me. Well, actually, he made it for himself, and then I was going to use it in Whitaker Lake and never got around to it. Luckily, though, it made an even better home here in Crystal Gardens. I did make a few changes to it to kind of make it, match the area and kind of just a little bit more detail to it, but it was a pretty good looking little thing. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I'm so glad you guys have tuned in. That is going to be it for me, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, adios, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's get into the showcase. Hey everyone, if you'd like to help support me and my channel, I have a Patreon page where you can do just that. You can pledge anything from $1 or more. Anyone who pledges $15 or more gets a unique, specially designed roller coaster from Planet Coaster made just for them. My little way of saying thanks. You can also just send donations as well if you don't want to join Patreon. You can find those links in the video description below. Every tiny red cent I make from these means the world to me and is extremely helpful. If you're interested in my PC setup that I work with and play on that you see here, every piece of the system is described below with links to Amazon if you want to purchase them or anything else. Thanks for tuning in to my videos and my channel. If you aren't already a subscriber, click that on the screen below. And you can also check out a few of my other videos on the screen here as well. You can keep up to date on what's going on in my own little world via Twitter or watch me stream live on Twitch as well. Links are in the video description below. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.